Hello everyone, I'm Stefano Profeta, starring in The Adventure of Maxwell Galaxy.
ID number
82WT0092.
Hi, my name is Nicole Brevard, and I am the writer, director, producer, and cinematographer of The Adventures of Maxwell Galaxy.
Isn't that Maxwell Galaxy?
Don't ever holophone me again.
I will never, ever forgive you.
Goodbye, Maxwell. Full security enabled.
Maxwell Galaxy, it's mostly about all of you guys that are sci-fi lovers, fantasy lovers, anime lovers, and all those movies and TV shows where you can actually group all together star fights, starship fights, martial arts, action, drama, and even like a little bit of romance, as you're gonna see later in the episodes.
Maxwell Galaxy is the story of a man who's trying to escape some of his skeletons in his closet, some of the things that he's done in the past that haunt him and pretty much restrict him.
The first thing that captivated me about Maxwell Galaxy is the fact that he's an underdog. He's not like the regular hero. He doesn't start strong. He was strong. That's the beauty of the story.
He's willing to do anything to get that fresh start and that peace of mind.
So basically, he was this amazing fighter for the galaxy. He was strong. He was an emblem. It was an example. And then something happens. He steps out of the line. He's punished for that. And now he's living one of the most horrible lives. He's hated by everyone. He's like forgotten. Nobody cares about him. And he needs to reconstruct. He literally needs to rebuild himself.
So Maxwell Galaxy was inspired by Star Trek, Star Wars, also something that was a little more age appropriate at the time for me, which was Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, that came out of Disney. It was pretty much like Clueless in space. I grew up with Clueless, you know, the pop of color right after the grunge era. Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, to me, it was like a sci-fi Clueless. That's pretty much how I saw it, and I loved it, okay? The next film that influenced Maxwell Galaxy was Demolition Man. I love the film. I love the, I don't think they called them profanity infractions. In Maxwell Galaxy, we call them profanity infractions, but I believe it was some type of citation for saying swear words. Love those little nuances. The other film that influenced Maxwell Galaxy would be Fifth Element. Duh. That was very influential. I love the color. I love the soundtrack. I love the writing. Honestly, there's not one thing I didn't love about it. And what you will see in Maxwell Galaxy that I was inspired from Fifth Element was the eyebrows. So you'll see some of our characters have the colored eyebrows.
So in terms of the path of the hero, is exactly what like the main sci-fi movies like Star Wars, for example, takes from. So basically he needs to walk the path of the hero to become a hero again in this case. All these goose chases, all these side quests, to arrive to point D or E, is got to go through point B, C, D, E, and so on. But the message of Maxwell Galaxy is very important, especially because it's all family friendly. First of all, it can be seen by anyone. There are no particular restrictions. And the message is all about being the good person in a society, being the helpful one, have the enough compassion to actually understand who needs help, who wants to receive it, and be able actually to help.
I think shooting sci-fi takes a certain level of understanding about the camera and cinematography and what would actually exist in those types of worlds. Science, obviously, quantum physics, and the human condition, definitely humanities and social behavior.
You can see a lot of the sci-fi as natural, neutral colors, and that's fine. But I'm a pop of color type of gal, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I grew up during the era of Lisa Frank. I grew up during the era of the rainbow. everybody had the rainbow. Everybody was wearing the rainbow. It was cool. Guys and girls were wearing it, and it didn't, mean anything. And so I just grew up with so much color. The other thing that influenced Maxwell Galaxy is anime. It's just something that I visually found influential. And so anime and the style of anime is very much reflected in the cinematography and the color grade of the project. So I think that is a W.
I started martial arts when I was 8 years old. I started with karate Shotokan. I became black belt. Then I moved to Yung Fang Gung Fu. The 5 styles became red belt. Then I moved a little bit of MMA. When I came here in the States, I started at the Inosanto Academy for a while. I started Jeet Kune Do. So I always try to implement it and learn as much as I can in the world of martial arts. I'm still practicing, so I will never stop. That's a lifetime commitment. But the thing is that all the martial arts is present in Maxwell Galaxy. Around 12, I started taking my first theater school, theater classes back in Italy, in the city of Naples. Then after graduating high school, I went to the Drama Academy in Rome, where I studied until when I was about 22. So it's 4 years. And then I was working between Rome and Milan in film, TV, and modeling. Then I moved to the US around about 2012. It's been a while that I'm here, now it's 2025. And then I started at the acting school, Actor Studios classes, Ivana Chaba classes. And then I started doing commercials, TV shows, and all the whereabouts. Then I met Nicole, this beautiful, amazing soul, and we started the adventure of Maxwell Galaxy, an idea that Nicole has been having for a while now. She developed it, she wrote it, she directed it, she filmed it. She does everything basically. She's an all-doing thing. I was fascinated from day one about the project. We filmed it. We filmed the pilot. It's ready. It's all for you, sci-fi / fantasy lovers. You're gonna have a blast. You're gonna have a lot of elements about the sci-fi world.
I grew up in a small town called Worthington, Ohio. Shout out to Worthington. And it was a well-to-do town, just a Midwest, white picket fence type of town. My father passed when I was 2. So television and film were literally my other parent. I was raised by television and movies, which isn't a good idea, so I don't recommend it. However, I will say that's where a lot of my cinematic taste comes from. Every year we would huddle on the couch and watch the Oscars, and we knew all of the films that were being nominated and who was being snubbed and who was being awarded. And obviously I was probably way too young to see most of those films, but I had seen them all, and I knew who was being nominated, and for Best Actress, Supporting Actress, and film direction, screenwriting, and Best Adapted Screenplay, and this was just my life. We would see sometimes 2 and 3 movies over the weekend. My mom really used film as a, therapy and something cathartic for her. And it just kind of bled into my life and my brother's life as well. By the time I turned 14 and I watched Being John Malkovich, I do not know why, that film made me think, wow, this is what directors do. I would like to direct, because look how much creative freedom is here. So when I was 21, I moved to San Francisco to go to the Academy of Art University for motion picture and television. I was not there through my whole program. I just couldn't wait to get my hands on a camera and just start shooting and being creative. I was doing writing and directing and editing for this public access show. It was narrative, and it was called The Real America. I think they were airing in 3 different states. I was 22, so that was a win for me. When approaching filmmaking, I try to just stay true to my uniqueness. And I'm not intimidated by the fact that, oh, she's a girl doing sci-fi, oh, she's a minority doing sci-fi, and oh, she wears purple hair, and whatever, it is what it is.
So right now we are the first episode is complete. So we did it, it's on, it's edited, it's perfect. It's basically already there. We just need to raise a little bit of funding for 6 more episodes to actually complete the series. Just to film it, post-production, do all that is needed to actually arrive at the end goal, which is give you like a fair, amazing product for all you guys lovers out there. Because we really think, we're committed, and we really think that the Adventure of Maxwell Galaxy, it's a product that must be out there. And we're trying to put it like on all the major platforms too, to be streamed.
And we really just want to keep the ball rolling. We really believe that this project has the ability to be that project that sci-fi fans have been waiting for. And it's something very unique, and just give it a try.